Hello, everyone. Welcome to another week of Azure. So today I'm going to do some comparison between GPT 3.5 and GPT 4. All right. So for many of us that started using the ChatGPT application, we're using 3.5, right? And recently, OpenAI, in collaboration with Azure, released the 4.0 GPT version that is readily even available on Bing Chat. So right now, if you are not using Bing Chat, you are losing a lot. So if you go to bing.com/chat, you will be able to use the integrated GPT-4 option to create prompts, right? Create queries over the browser without even having a ChatGPT account, right? So I'm going to also talk about prompt engineering. How do you structure your prompts? How do you get the best out of your prompts? And we also use that to look at some examples of how to write prompts. An example of prompts that perhaps I've written and some that we're just going to be doing as we go on in the journey. And of course, another cool thing is that you can now create images directly from your Bing chat. Before now, you actually have to go to DALL-E to create your images. You can create virtual images, right? Based on your thinking, based on the concept you have, you can just go ahead and create some images and pick the best one. You continue to fine-tune it until you get the best out of that image. Now, it's a Yuletide season. Perhaps you're looking for something to make for Christmas cards, right? You can create images that depicts your Christmas greetings and modify it with a little bit of Photoshop and send it out to your friends and families. All right. Now, what is OpenAI? Let's see. I'm going to start with OpenAI. Let's put that here. So OpenAI is an organization. So it's an artificial intelligence research laboratory, and they are they currently in collaboration with Microsoft. So Microsoft is partnering with them, and the cool thing now is that you can actually create your own sessions, right? Your own learning sessions. You can create your own uh, prompt management sessions right there in Azure using the Azure OpenAI service. There's actually a PaaS service dedicated to that. Let me put it here. Azure OpenAI. So you can actually check that out in portal.azure.com. So OpenAI is a research laboratory corporation, and of course they have a mission, which is to ensure that artificial intelligence is it benefits humanity, right? Artificial general intelligence benefits all of humanity. Now, how does that integrate with GPT? Okay, so GPT is an acronym. Okay, maybe this is your first time. So GPT means generative. Let's take this out. Generative. Oops. Generative, pre-trained, transformer. All right. So this is just the meaning of GPT, generative pre-trained transformer. And this is a type of deep learning model, right? So GPT is using unsupervised learning to generate human-like texts. And of course, we can use this to initiate conversations with the service and create some cool responses based on our interactions. So usually we're gonna talk around GPT models. And these GPT models are trained on large amounts of text data, right? They are trained on large text data. And the rumor has it that especially for GPT-4, is dealing with 1 trillion, 1 trillion stores of data. So another thing I want to add with GPT is that its model, the GPT models, they have also been used to generate realistic text in including chatbots, virtual assistants, even creative writing. Perhaps you are trying to come up with an article, and of course, it's not like you want it to write it for you from top to bottom. You can start with some facts. Maybe you try to research some facts around the mechanical engineering design behind motorcycles, right? Behind Porsche cars. And you just having a writer's block. Now you can scribble what you know already and then use that to make some queries in the Bing chat. Say, okay, uh, what are other things I'm really missing out? I have like 5 bullet points around this conversation. What other things do you think I should include based on what I've provided? Then it's gonna go to the internet, go to source for additional information to help you continue. So don't use Chat GPT to write your essay. Don't use it to do your assignments, but you can use it to guide your thoughts, to navigate you to where you will get the best information you need. And of course, don't depend on it 100%, right? It's not, it's not, it doesn't have a human sense of behavior. So you don't want to rely 100%. You always want to proofread. You want to painstakingly extract whatever may not be an accurate information while you are doing your final um, production for whatever you're using it for. Another thing I want to say about GPT models is that uh, they have been used to train large amounts of text data, and we can fine tune this text data to perform specific tasks like summarization, right? Question answering, uh, language translation. Perhaps you got a message in German and you speak English, right? Or you got a write up in German. You can just ask the GPT to translate that to your language, right? You can use it for language translation. You can use it for summarization. So you have these essays, you have these long write-offs, and you can't, you don't have the time to go through. You can say, okay, based on this article, what are the key points I need to note, right? So you can put those in. Those are some simple queries, simple tasks you can ask GPT models to do for you. Now, how does that compare with OpenAI? All right. So OpenAI owns GPT. Okay. So that's the relationship. OpenAI owns GPT. Now, speaking of GPT became popular with GPT 3.5. All right. Now, uh, we are now advancing into GPT 4, right? That is the advanced model, like the newest model for Chat GPT. So let's see some comparisons between GPT 3.5 and GPT 4. Okay, I'm just going to raise this up. right? So with GPT-4, okay, GPT-4. So GPT-4 is considered to have uh, over 1 trillion parameters to work with, as compared to GPT 3.5, which is recorded to have 175 billion, right? 175 billion parameters, which is even still more if you compare that with Grok. Grok is Twitter's version of chat AI, chat artificial intelligence. So it's still trying to catch up with GPT, 175 billion parameters. All right. Another thing I also want to add is that in terms of training data, of course, GPT-4 is advanced, so it needs a heavier amount of training data than GPT 3.5, right? So GPT-4 needs 45 GB more training data. Training. Okay, let's take this out. Training data. All right. Less than 45 G, right? And of course, in terms of speed, the GPT-4 is faster, right? Right. So in terms of accuracy, GPT-4 uh, is less likely to make factual errors compared to GPT 3.5, right? Uh, for prompt restrictions, GPT-4 comes with hourly prompt restrictions. GPT 3.5 does not. Not available. So comes with hourly prompt restrictions. All right, so let's see what else. So in terms of prompts, right, length of prompts, GPT-4 can handle longer prompts and conversations, right? So GPT-3 cannot handle so much prompts. Handle longer prompts. can handle longer prompts and conversations. All right. What of reliability? How do they compare in terms of reliability? So GPT-4 has enhanced reliability compared to uh, GPT 3.5. And of course, even in terms of creativity, collaboration, GPT-4 has enhanced collaboration, enhanced creativity, enhanced reliability. Of course, there is a higher version of 3.5, so naturally we expect it to surpass 3.5 in those areas. The GPT-4 has greater ability to process more nuanced instructions. So in terms of instructions processing, we can say GPT-4 also surpasses GPT 3.5 and in that line. All right. So with GPT-4, it has more powerful and capable model than GPT 3.5. With GPT-4, we're talking about processing 25,000 words at a given point in time, right? Is able to understand much more nuanced instructions compared to GPT 3.5. Early in the year, April 2023, Bing Chat AI was integrated into the browser. So that means that as early as April 2023, you could start accessing Bing Chat from the browser, right? So that means that now, even without having a Chat GPT account, you can enjoy the cool features over the browser using your Bing account. All right, let's see what else do we have here. Now, let's go into the Bing chat. All right, since I said I'm going to I'm going to show us some cool stuff around the prompts. So I'm going to bring my browser. So if you just go to bing.com/chat, right? So this is bing.com/chat, and you can start using the the chat engine. This is an integration uh, with the 4.0 GPT engine. So for instance, I might want to ask, um, it is the Utah season. I will like to spend the holidays in where? What should we use? I would like to spend the holidays in Wyoming. So what tourists? Give me a list. Okay, let's see. Give me a list. 5 tourist sites to visit. Make sure they are less than 60 miles apart. So I'm traveling. I'm going to Wyoming for the holidays. I've not been there before. And instead of scanning through the whole internet for all this information, I'm saying, okay, just give me some things to think about, right? I need 5 locations I would love to visit. Make sure they are not more than 6 miles apart. So it's giving me a list of 5. If I didn't stipulate a concise number, it'll just be giving me different information that may not be so useful. So you also have to train it. You also have to word your prompts correctly, accurately, so that you can get the best results. So now it's giving me these locations: Yellowstone, Grand Teton Park, Jackson, Hot Springs State Park, Buffalo Bill Center of the West. All right. So I can now say, which is the best mode of transportation? What will you recommend as the best modes of transport to today's location? Let's see. What would be the best transportation options? So I would have to get a rental car, and I can go ahead and say, okay, where can I get the closest location to get a rental car, right? So you can continue to structure this. You can continue to fine tune your queries to get the best results. Now, remember the other time I mentioned that there's now an integration of ChatGPT with DAL-E. That means that I can actually create images from here. Now, since we are talking about Wyoming, so let's tell ChatGPT, I will also be looking forward to experience the local delicacies. Give me 4, 5 of such to try out. All right, bison stick, Rocky Mountain oysters. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a bison stick. So let's say create an image of the first item on the list. All right, so let's give it some few seconds to generate that image. So once you see this, that means that an image is being generated for you. Okay, so this is what a bison steak will look like. Wow, I would love to try this out. That'll be nice. Okay, yeah, it's with some tomatoes and all that cool stuff to try out. All right. Guess those are some mushrooms. So that is what a bison steak will look like. Now, I might say, create an image of the third, create an image of the third item on the list of the third item on the list. Let's see what will be generated for us. And you can see here right now that the image is being generated using DAL-E. This is DAL-E 3. So before now, you actually have to sign up with DAL-E, use your account to manage those images. Sometimes you even need to have points that you can run out of points while using DAL-E. But now you have even more convenient ways of utilizing that service. Yeah, so the choke cherry jam. Okay, that was it looks like. Okay, interesting. Hopefully it makes sense to real life environments. All right, so these are a few things to talk to show you around Open AI, its integration with Bing Chat, and also use that to show you how to create images. Now, don't be limited, right? Break out of the bounds, think of different ideas, and especially in this Yuletide season, right? Your gift cards, your postcards, you can actually generate images, interesting images of choice to uh, make them memorable for your friends and families, right? You're making it traveling, right? Try to get an itinerary, okay? Try to ask GPT to get you an itinerary for that destination, what you can do on the first day, what you should do on the second day. You don't have to necessarily follow it, but at least it give you an idea of how to plan your day and your time, right? How do you get the tickets, right? So those are things you can actually do. Of course, you can do this over the browser manually, but why go manual when you can automate things, right? You have the opportunity to enjoy these benefits. All right, that's a little I can show you today. Some other time we'll do a deeper dive into how you can get certified as an Azure AI fundamentals professional, right? Perhaps it's your first time in artificial intelligence, in creating prompts uh, to perform your tasks. So you can we're going to talk about other options that we can utilize, materials that are, of course, they are available over the internet, but I might just bring them to your attention. Maybe you didn't know before in our next session. And of course, one more thing for our developers, for our engineers, you might want to ask it to create a script, create a PowerShell script to deploy a three-layer network architecture in West US region. The name of the company is Flex. Okay, so we're gonna create a resource group, specify the location, So like I mentioned the other time, there are a lot of things you can do with your chat, your Bing chat. So this is another way of using it, right? So it's going to create these three-layer network design to deploy into the Azure environment. Uh, remember, I didn't say you should create NSG, but it's going ahead because it's intelligent artificially. Is able to determine that, oh, you will need network security groups for your servers or machines. I didn't specify the address range, right? The CIDR block. I didn't specify, yeah, well, I specified the location. Okay. I didn't specify the resource group name, but just figure it out since I said the name of the company that I'm doing this for is Plex Technology. So naturally, you should have the naming convention. So the naming convention is going to be Plex Tech. So we're going to have a Plex Tech resource group. See, right. You can also do this in Terraform, right? You can do this in Terraform. You can do this in Azure CLI. You can do this with a bicep. So any infrastructure as code language that works for you, you can generate these texts at least to you can start with, right? Instead of just bury your head behind the computer for the next couple of days to get the scripts ready. You can build on top of it, modify it to your own environment, replace the names, and roll out the deployment, right? So those are some of the cool stuff you can do with OpenAI. All right. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Please remember to click the subscribe button so that you can be alerted. And of course, subscribe button and the notification button so that you can be alerted whenever we release a new video for your enjoyment and for your learning. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great day.